Imagine being bullied all throughout your childhood. Every day when you come to school, you have the fear of being picked on. Now, to make the situation even worse, you come home to an abusive father. Many kids suffer from bullying and abusive parents. And this is how Tom Cruise's life was like. Tom Cruise deserves great appraisal for what he was put through as a kid and what he's become today. According to StopOutBullying.com, 1 out of 4 teens are bullied. There are two main reasons why Tom Cruise should be praised. One of those is for what he was put through as a child, and two is for what he's become now and what he's attributed to society. Many children have to deal with bullying or child abuse, and Tom Cruise was no different. He had many homes throughout his childhood to accommodate to his father's work, which made him attend 15 different schools over a span of 12 years. Throughout all these schools, Tom struggled with his academics due to his dyslexia, forcing him into remedial classes and putting him outside the social circle. Tom Cruise's struggles did not get past his peers. Throughout his schools, he faced taunting and bullying. The fact that he was small for his age didn't help this out either. Your heart's pounding, you sweat, and you feel like you're going to vomit. That's what Tom Cruise had to say in 2006 on the topic of what it was like being bullied. He also said, "I'm not the biggest guy. I never liked hitting someone, but I know if I didn't hit that guy, he was going to pick on me all year. I go, you better fight. I laid it out. I don't like bullies." Mr. Cruise also faced a horrible difficulty at home. This difficulty of his was coming home to an abusive father. Child abuse does not only leave just a physical scar, but it also leaves an emotional one. He described his dad as a merchant of chaos. When he talked about his dad to Parade.com, he said his dad was a coward and a bully. He was the kind of person where if something goes wrong, they kick you. Besides these two scars that Tom had received, he was able to get past it and go far with his life. After all this, Tom decided to turn to Scientology because of his dyslexia. His diagnosis of dyslexia at age 7 helped him make the decision of turning to Scientology later on in his life. At the age of 14, he enrolled into a Franciscan cemetery, and a year later, he left. Tom Cruise was finally able to find his calling in acting. When he was 16, a teacher encouraged him to participate in school's production of Guys and Dolls. At the auditions, he won the lead role of Nathan Detroit. Tom set a 10-year deadline to become an actor, but it only took him a couple of years. Contributions to the film industry. Tom also has contributed to the Society and to the Church of Scientology. Over the span of 2004 to 2006, he donated $5 million to the Church of Scientology, including $2.5 million donated to them in 2006. He's also the co-founder of the New York Rescue Workers Detoxification Project. The purpose of this was for treating rescue workers for toxins that were inhaled during the September 11th attacks. This is also another thing that Tom has contributed a good amount of money to. Another thing that Tom Cruise has contributed a good amount of money to is his own donation organization for the victims of the Pakistani floods. Scientology teaches that people are immortal beings who have forgotten their true nature. In the case of Tom Cruise, he'd be reliving the effects of what bullying and his child abuse have left him. It uses a method of spiritual rehabilitation in which practitioners aim to consciously re-experience painful or traumatic events in their past in order to free themselves of their harmful effects. So just imagine what it would be like to be bullied every day. To make the situation worse of your bullying, you come home to your abusive father. This is what Tom Cruise's childhood was like. He was put through so much stuff as a child, and he was able to fight through it and become the man who he is today. Now he donates a lot of money to different organizations to help throughout society. Now he donates money to many causes. One of them, mainly, is this Church of Scientology. What you should take from this man is to never give up, no matter how hard your life may get. Tom Cruise is one man who deserves a ton of appraisal for what he has been through and what he has become today.